Hello, hi, I'm Gennady from Blogly, and I would like to show you today how to import articles from different places. So you can import from blog URL or you can import from your own Google Doc. We will review also the HTML import, but for the most part, say 95% of all the bloggers and writers are using Google Docs or Microsoft Word. So we'll see how the Blogly perform against that. Alright, so let's get in. Alright, let's dive in importing the article into Blogly. So let's look at this view. Right now I have the main page, it's an article view. I have it in my favorite format is a list view, it's more compact, but you can quickly change it here on your default settings in the settings configurations and change it to list view or card view. So right now this one is the list view. So of course I don't have to explain the search. You can actually quickly search by any article just by typing the word. So it filters that. And to remove the filter, just click on the cross. So this one is the sort. This one is the filter. So filter, I don't need to explain it. You can filter by statuses, by favorites, by keyword groups, or by tags. So tagging is quite popular. So use the tags to identify specific articles that you need. Now, if I go on the last icon here, this one is an import icon. So let's look at the import, but before we dive into Google import, I will have to show you the actual Google file so you can see what is there, how you can actually maybe make slide preparation. You don't need much work there, just to make sure you're creating your outline, which will help you to break down by the blocks, your content by the blocks. Okay, so I'm in my Google Doc that I prepare. Let's say I worked on and I put my content, I set up all the formatting. Now, important note to remember, anytime you want to break up the content into blocks, all you need to do is to create headers and make sure those headers are H2. So just make sure this header is H2 and system will automatically break down the content. It will create a block. Anything below between this header H2 and the next header H2, that will be the block inside the Blogly. So even the images that you have, let's say you're going to add quickly images here, even a copy paste, regular copy paste images, just like I did on this one, and just simply pasted it here. Now you could see how it's easy to import, including all the formatting. Okay, now let's review how we can import this Google Doc. So clicking on the icon here, this pop-up will have three options: Google Docs, blog URL, and HTML file. So we're going after Google Doc. So let's select the file. You might need to do the authorization if the authorization may be or will be requested by Google. So this is the file. Say I want to import this Google Doc, and now we selected it and click select. You can see this file showed up right here, and now all I need to do is just click OK. Now it will take about a couple 2-3 seconds until the file will be uploaded. Here it is. So we got the file. It created the article inside the Blogly. So let's go take a look inside and explore it. So as you can see, every blog was generated here by H2 headers, and this is the article itself. You can see the formatting being preserved, so pretty much everything is there. You don't even need to do much there to correct it. As you can see, complete article was totally populated, including images and formatting. So you can see it has all the proper headers. All the blocks was created based on H2 headings. On the bottom you can see this image that I simply just copy paste in the Google Doc. So now for the sake just to trying, so you can see if I can just go in the publishing and just go in the publish quickly in the WordPress doc. So let's see if we can connect it. This is the right now it's I connected to my blog, and now I'm gonna say this log, say something like this, and I can put the published. I can set the date, say today's date, and let's go to the next step. And now we just want to try it. that's it. So it takes about 2.5 3 seconds. It's completed. Now let's take a look and review this this article. So let me just refresh it here, and this is my WordPress. In the WordPress you could see, okay, this is the article right here. So it just came in right now, and let's take a look how it looks like. So if I click on the view, let's preview the article. Here it is. So this is the long name. It starts with a test, but I just specifically was set up like this. You can see all the images are here, and it is properly formatted. So everything here that I don't ever need to make any changes to that. So this is the article right now. Here was created from a Google Doc, and you can see it's already been published. So let's go up now and create the article from the blog URL. I specifically I went on a Google search, and I just simply pull any article. So I just pull this one. Happened to be a nice article on a SpyFu, so it has all kinds of images, and so it's quite long. So let's take a look now how we're going to import this one. Let's assume this one is your own blog. All we need to do is just copy the URL. So let's take this URL from that blog, and we're going back in the article, in the article page, and let's import it. But now we import it with the blog URL. All we need to do is just simply paste the URL here. You can see this is the URL of the blog, and now let's bring it in. So when I click on the button OK, it takes about say a few seconds until the data will be populated. So you could see it's already there. So right now it's creating this article right now, 15 of the most effective SEO tips for beginners. So let's take a look inside. Okay, let's look inside. So we have article now completely populated. You could see it has a full of images, and it's full of the content that is properly created inside the Blogly. So you can see the formatting event there, the all external links and the images. Images, as long as they are publicly available, we'll bring the URL, so we'll display those images here. So all the blocks are here. Now you can actually go and preview this content right inside the Blogly. So you can go like this, or you can just simply click on that and switch between different blocks. So it looks good. So now we have another article that we brought in using a URL of the blog post. So let's assume this is our article, and I'm going now create the article back inside the WordPress. So we'll use the original we created from the Google Doc. So this is like simulating the case when you have your own blog post, and you're trying to bring in first in the Blogly. Then you work with that. You can enhance it with the images, you can optimize it, and maybe polish it up. And after that, you can just publish it back to the WordPress. And this is the first time we still publishing, but we just want to make sure we're going to publish an exact spot where it was before, to exact post ID. We will republish that in the previous old article that was there in the WordPress. So let's do that. So we're going to click on the publish now, and we go to the next step. So now you can see this article never been published before. But before I do that, I need to do one more thing. So if I go back now in the WordPress, as you can see, this one was a test article that we created. So when I hover over it, I want to know what the actual post ID is. As you can see on the bottom, it says 55792. It is here. If you look on the bottom left corner, again, if I hover it, okay, it's a 55792. Just remember that post ID. Okay, we are back in the publishing module of Blogly. So let's go and select website. So I select the Blogly. Then I put the slug, say I can put any slug. So let's do this, try 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna select the publish right now. So I'm gonna set that date, today's date, and by the way, if you select the future date, it's fine. So the article will be printed, published in the WordPress, however, it will not be yet visible to the public. But right now, we just need to set that. Remember that we found the post ID, and I put here 55792. This is important step. So this one tells you that we're going to submit the article exactly in that post ID. So basically, if that was your article from your old blog post, do it this way, then you can bring the article into the Blogly, you polish it up, make it nice, populate it with the multimedia, put it more, do the optimization, and then republish it back to the same old ID that you have. You're just simply replacing, you're republishing the content, you're creating the much better content in the same article. Basically, you're updating the article. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, we're going to submit it now. Yeah, we're done. So success. Your article was created, updated successfully. So let's take a look. If I refresh this page, all right, now take a look. If I hover it over again, you can see 55792, that's exact bottom, on the bottom it says that's exact post ID, but now the article completely changed. So let's take a look. If I go to preview, let's take a look at the article. How does it look? All right, so this is pretty much exactly the same content we got from a SpyFu. Not that we want to do that, no, that definitely if you don't want to do that, but you could see the capability, you could see what it's being done. So we are bringing the complete content with all the images, with all the information that you have. It's everything is formatted, everything is ready to go. So and you can do it within basically minutes, few minutes, and you can update your content. You can optimize it pretty quickly. I have a separate video about optimization for in a matter of like 4-5 minutes. Any article can be optimized. All right, so I have to delete this article that doesn't belong to me, it's not mine, so I have to remove it from my WordPress. All right. So now one more step left to find out how the HTML file are being imported. So I can do directly on the articles that we have. So if I take this article and I just export it as HTML, it's very easy. We have an export right here. Just go to export and I'll take it HTML. So when HTML is being exported, it's has that kind of file. So if I show the file, when I open HTML file, it's gonna look like this. So this is a complete formatted HTML file. Now let me just take this file and now we will create another article out of that file, assuming that you took this HTML file from some other place. So we just go here, we go to HTML file, and now we're clicking here, we're gonna open the upload. So we're gonna get this, let's take this, and we get that HTML file from here. Here's the HTML file. I'm going to take this file and just simply import it. Once I add this file here, it will show up like a little tiny icon here, and you just click OK. So the system will take this file and create a different another article out of that. So you can see now it's created the like identical copy here. So when I go inside, so it's pretty much everything is there. So it's exactly the same article. So HTML just simply is just take a file, upload it, and submit it. Okay, so I think I covered every possible scenario for the importing, Google Docs, simple URL from your blog, and HTML file. All right. So now let's summarize it. You saw the importing into Blogly by 3 different ways: Google Doc, blog URL, HTML. I want to warn that we do not have a Word import. Word has the different formatting and there are some complexities and it's not a best friendly option. So we decided to avoid Word. You can just simply use the Word, convert it into Google Docs, and upload it as a Google Doc if you have a Word. The easiest one is the perfect formatting. It comes with the Google Docs. You have a total control over it. Blog URL, you can actually bring in all your blogs that you need from your existing blog posts, and once you bring it in, you can start optimizing it, enhancing it, improving it, make it better, make it more multimedia rich. And HTML is just an extra option that you could have. All right, I think it covers it all, and you can start work on Blogly importing without delays.